He thought Jason Statham was just another Hollywood actor. All flash, no substance. Just some bald guy who threw fake punches in front of a green screen. And in that moment, under the blinding arena lights, surrounded by cameras, fans, and flashing egos, he made the biggest mistake of his life. It started out simple enough. A charity MMA event in Las Vegas, set up to raise funds for underprivileged youth. The kind of thing celebrities and fighters show up to for photo ops, autographs, and a couple of light exhibitions. Nothing serious. Nothing personal. Jason Statham wasn't even scheduled to fight. He was invited as a guest of honor. A martial artist in his own right, with decades of training under his belt, but he never positioned himself as a pro fighter. Just someone who respected the craft, and quietly, seriously, trained behind the scenes. But respect goes both ways. And not everyone in that room had it. The fighter's name was Cole Matthews. Young. Fast. 6-0 record. He'd won his last 3 matches by knockout. Arrogant, loud, and hungry for attention, Cole was everything promoters loved: flashy tattoos, quick hands, and a big mouth that never stopped moving. And that mouth found Jason Statham backstage. Cameras were rolling. The crowd was buzzing. Fighters were warming up. Jason was standing off to the side, talking to the event organizer, when Cole walked by and stopped. He looked him up and down, grinned, and said loud enough for everyone nearby to hear, "Didn't know actors needed to stretch before pretending to fight." Jason looked over calmly. No smile. Just silence. That kind of silence that says more than words ever could. Cole wasn't done. He turned fully, still grinning, and said, "Come on, man. You're a cool guy and all, but I've seen your fight scenes. That stuff wouldn't last 2 seconds in a real cage." A few people laughed awkwardly. Someone tried to change the subject. But the energy had already shifted. Jason finally spoke. "You'd be surprised what lasts," he said. Cole stepped closer, puffing up like a rooster. "You saying you can take me on?" Jason didn't answer. He didn't need to. That was all Cole needed to turn it into a challenge. And the crowd? Oh, they loved it. Within minutes, word spread. Cameras were repositioned. Someone from the event staff actually announced it on the mic: "Special bonus exhibition match, Jason Statham versus Cole Matthews." Jason hesitated. He looked at the event organizer. The man shrugged and said, "Up to you." There was a pause. Just long enough to wonder if he'd say no. Then Jason slowly took off his jacket. Walked toward the cage. And stepped inside. People were shouting. Cheering. Laughing. Phones went up like fireworks. This was a moment nobody expected, and nobody would forget. Cole entered second. He bounced on his toes, throwing shadow punches, hyping the crowd like he was about to knock out a heavyweight champion. Jason stood in his corner, calm, steady, and absolutely unreadable. The bell rang. And something strange happened. Cole rushed in with a quick jab-cross combo. He was fast, no doubt. Years of training in every strike. But Jason wasn't there. He slipped the punches like they were coming in slow motion. Calmly, smoothly, he stepped aside and circled left, eyes locked in. Cole came again, this time with a spinning back fist. Flashy. Loud. Jason ducked under it and tapped him in the ribs, just enough to say, "I'm here." The crowd went quiet. They weren't expecting this. Cole blinked. For the first time, a flicker of doubt crossed his face. The second round started and Cole was more cautious. He circled. Jason stayed planted. A predator waiting for a mistake. It came quickly. Cole lunged in with a low kick. Jason caught it. Just like that. Balanced on one leg, he swept the other leg out from under him and dropped Cole flat onto the mat. No punch. No violence. Just clean technique. Cole jumped up fast, red-faced, swinging wild now. Desperation. Ego. Fear. Jason didn't retreat. He moved forward. One feint. A slip. A short right elbow. Not hard, just placed. Right above the eye. Cole stumbled back, blinking. Blood. Just a thin line. But enough. Jason stepped back. He could have finished him. But he didn't. Instead, he looked at the referee and said, "That's enough." The ref paused. Then waved it off. The arena erupted. Not because of the violence. But because of what they'd just witnessed: real skill. Real control. Real martial arts. No theatrics. No slow-motion edits. Just calm, disciplined dominance. Cole stood there, chest heaving, face flushed, and for a long moment, he didn't say a word. Then he walked over. Held out a hand. Jason shook it. No speeches. No gloating. Just mutual respect, the kind you can only earn the hard way. Later, in interviews, Cole would say, "That was the fastest reality check I've ever had. I thought I was untouchable. Turns out, I wasn't even close." As for Jason, he left the arena like he entered. Quiet. Collected. Like it never happened. But everyone else remembered. And from that night on, no one ever dared to say Jason Statham was just an actor again. Because when it mattered, when the spotlight burned hottest, he didn't act like a fighter. He was one.